Hello, my name is Alan Benjamin. I'm a guitarist and multi-instrumentalist from the band Advent. I'm here in New Jersey today to speak with you about using a compressor in a musical context. And in this instance, we'll take a look at applying a compressor and going over some basic settings in Reaper. I've started by loading up a demo from one of my band's upcoming recordings, and I'm going to go ahead and feature the original bass line that I recorded a while back, which was a bass guitar with the pickups going right into my sound card. So let me play a little in context just so you can hear what it sounds like without any compression on there. Then we're going to go ahead and solo that bass track and open up a compressor. Let's go ahead and add Comp, which is Reaper's own compressor. A very powerful and versatile compressor at that too. So go ahead and add it as an insert on the track. And let me go ahead and play just the bass by itself. And the first thing we'll notice is that the level of my bass guitar only peaks down here quite a bit below the 0 dB threshold. That's the default setting for Comp. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this threshold down. I would normally set it to about maybe, I don't know, around 80% of the peaks I'm seeing as a starting point. But notice here that we don't have any compression happening yet because the default ratio in Comp is 1:1. So that's really no compression. The other thing too, just to note that because there's really no compression happening, we can lower that threshold all the way down to the negative infinity and still no compression at all. But let's go ahead and move it back to that approximate location. And I'm also going to do auto makeup, or select auto makeup, which mathematically compensates to try to keep the levels approximately the same as you enable the compression. So let me go ahead now and start moving my ratio slider up, and we'll see that the bar on the right is starting to show the compression happening as a result. And I'm going to go up to maybe about, that's a good level, maybe almost 5:1. And we can actively see and hear what the compressor is doing now. Some of the other things I might choose to do is maybe open up the attack a little bit, make it a little longer to get more of the transient at the beginning of each note, a little clearer and punchier. I can also soften knee size a little bit. By default it is 0, which is a hard knee, but if you move the knee size slider up and increase that number, it will soften the knee a bit. Make it a little more musical and a little more gradual as the compression kicks in. And that's not a bad starting point. So let's go ahead and stop for a second, take the solo off, and see how this sounds in context. Not bad. So we'll go ahead and turn off or bypass the compressor. And that's what it sounds like without. Put it back on. It sounds like with. It's an improvement. Now what I'll also do is load a preset that I created earlier today, and in the process I'll point out that Comp comes with a bunch of these stock presets that can be very handy if you're not sure how to adjust your settings for a particular application. You can pull up one of these user presets that are in there already, one of the stock presets, and use that as a starting point too. But in my case, I created this preset based on experimentation earlier. I'll go ahead and play what that sounds like too. Maybe even a little bit nicer too. I'll go ahead and turn it off, or bypass it so you can hear without. Put it back on, with the compression on. Again, so you sort of get the idea, and it is sort of a subtle difference. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching, and I welcome your feedback. Take care, and happy tracking.